Among the carnivore species, the lions are a family unit of females and young males and young females. Once the males have reached the puberty age, the head lioness sends the young lions out. They form a bachelor group and go far away, and here again that's to avoid inbreeding. So we'll study the family unit for each of the major carnivore. So here you see a typical family unit of lions, lionesses, and they are the ones which have the territory. It's the lionesses which hunt. They know the territory, and they and their sisters and the young cubs, which are females, they are part of this territory and they know it very well. Not only do they know the territory, they know the type of prey that they have here. And the two lions which are part of this group, the lions, they don't hunt here, they don't know the territory, and they are a little far off from this group of lionesses. And they are a great bonding, the lionesses. You can see the way they are lying down. You can see some of the cubs at the back, little weak. The cubs in front are stronger. They bond by licking each other and by being very close to each other. And most of the time, when they are not hunting, when they are not eating, they are lying down like this. So here's a group of lions. They might have eaten and therefore they're lying down, or they might be lying down ready for hunting. Big lionesses lying down. Young ones playing. The two lions showing their bonding, very, very powerful. The most important for lions or for any one of the species is to avoid inbreeding, so they have formed bachelor groups and they determine the strongest so that the strong ones do the mating. Practicing how to be strong. The two males bonding together as a result of this. When they reach the age when they have to take in charge of a pride, the males set out away from the birthplace. Two bachelors, they look for a pride. See, you can see here two males. They know a pride where the two males are subject to being taken over. The zebras are watching from a distance, knowing that these two lions are not after them, but they are after the two lions. Reproduction. They take the male and the female go away separately and stay for 3 or 4 days. The male mates with the female during the first day, sometimes as much as 10 or 12 times per hour. It's continuous mating for 3 days. The research has shown that is the way the female ovulates. Among the carnivores, Similar to the herbivores, the care of the young ones is the complete responsibility of the mother. Unlike the herbivores, the carnivore young ones have to be looked after for nearly 2 months. In addition to giving milk, they are hidden away. If hyenas spot the cubs, they will be eaten by them. But once they reach 2 months, they are brought to the kill where they have to fight for food. There is no helping hand given by the mother. In a sense, this ensures that only the strongest carnivore will survive because it's got to fight for the food. The male has no place in raising the young ones. We will see the life of the young ones, which are full of energy. Lioness taking away the young cubs because they've been spotted. They're a delight to watch the young lions fighting each other. They are not afraid of humans. They can come very close for the shade. Don't make the mistake of putting your hand out to pat it because it can just bite the hand off. The young cubs are not looking at us, but there is a cousin who has just now come to see them. But the lioness dare not allow hyenas to know where the cubs are. Same with the cheetah. The cheetah cubs have to be hidden all the time. It does not bring any meat, but gives the milk, and when they are old enough, they have to run. And the cheetahs, only the runner cubs will get the meal. Once the cheetah has grown up, 6 to 8 months, it can climb a tree a little bit, play with its brothers, and becomes very strong. It's full of energy and running around. This is a powerful team of 3 cheetahs which can bring down even a wildebeest. The old age has been studied for elephants and for lions. Once an old lion has been thrown out of its group, it doesn't have the ability to run fast. It cannot duck in the grass, and so the king of the wildebeest of the wild kingdom is left to eat small animals like rats and rabbits which come across. What a fall! So it lives among the crags where the small animals come by. And it has to die. It dies at the age of 15, while lionesses live up to 25. The prey-predator relationship is an important facet of evolution of mammals. The prey-predator is ever in balance. No particular predator can completely overtake all prey. And similarly, No prey can escape the predator permanently. Nature ensures there is balance. Nature also ensures that every prey has a defense against its predator, and we have described the defense. Similarly, every predator has to have a strategy for getting its food, otherwise, it will die of starvation. The, the number of prey and the number of predators are always kept in balance, and researchers have examined the amount of food that is required a particular group of predators in a particular area and the availability of prey in that area, and have written out the mathematical equation for that, and they have found that it is always in balance, and it's got to be in balance with the amount of agricultural food, like from plant and for the prey. So all this nature has a certain balance. From an evolutionary point of view, the prey has to have its defenses, like better horns, better sight, better kick, better smell, and faster running than the predator. And that prey, which as an individual prey animal cannot keep up, will die before it has progeny. So the subsequent generations of that particular prey species has become better because the weaker prey has died. Similarly, from the predator's point of view, right up to the age of 1, the predators have to fight for food and the weaker predator has to die. It's only the strong predator which is able to survive beyond the age of 1. But even here, it has to have the stealth, it has to have the intelligence in order to kill the prey. And if the particular predator doesn't have that, it'll die of hunger, and therefore its progeny will also not survive. So the prey-predator relationship is a very important component, so that over every generation of prey-predator, a better prey, a better predator has been produced. We don't see that in one generation, we don't see that in 2 generations, but over several thousand years, these have become much better. So what is the result of meaning that they are better? If you observe that animal, they are so beautiful, they are so swift, and you can see their sensitivity when as a human you go nearby, how they look at you. They are not that they are least afraid of you. And even the predator. So they watch you very carefully. And you can see the beautiful lines, the muscles. All this has taken place over these 1,000 years of evolution. So the presentations up to now has been a broad description of certain herbivores and carnivores. As a species, all of them have to face diseases, and some of them survive, and therefore the generation which follows is much stronger because they have faced certain diseases and survived as a result. Similarly, species face a shortage of food and there is starvation, shortage of water, and many animals die because of that. Those who survive are stronger, and therefore their progeny is stronger. So evolution in this case is that those who have survived disease, famine, and drought are stronger than the previous generation. In studying species broadly, we are not able to see the differences between each animal in the species. But research scientists studied elephants and lions, and they are able to spot, because of that great observation, the individual differences between elephants, one elephant and another elephant. And this also makes for a feed-in by that individual into the evolution of the species. So individual action has an effect on the species, and subsequent generations are affected because of that individual action. So evolution is the result of all this, which we do not see in one generation, but over in any number of generations, we see the changes taking place in the species. And that's the summary. So there is an evolutionary change which is going on, and it is the result particularly of individual action. So in the next series of presentations, we will study both the individual actions of certain animals, particularly the elephant and lion, and thereafter we'll study the chimpanzee before we go on to the humans. And we are going to be studying all this in a certain architecture, that we will not forget what we have studied about the animals when we study the others. Serengeti, you can get down to watch the animals. Thank you.